Hello and welcome to my unboxing and first look at the Adeptus Sororitas Zephyrim squad. I know it says Seraphim squad on the box already, and if you've already watched my Seraphim squad unboxing, there really is no need to watch this one unless you just like the sound of my voice and you need some company. No, the real reason I do this is because as much as I try and put different tags into the video descriptions, the way YouTube works is even if I put Zephyrim into the Seraphim squad unboxing video, the chances are people aren't gonna find it. There's much more chance of people finding the Zephyrim squad unboxing if I create a separate video and have that as the title. It's just the way it works. Don't hate the player, hate the game. So this box set will cost you £32.50. If you type Zephyrim into Games Workshop's website, you'll get, like, I suppose an individual entry for that box set, but it is this box set. So if you go into the store, you won't find a Zephyrim box, you'll find a Seraphim box. And even more confusing is it doesn't say Zephyrim on the front. On the back though, it shows a Zephyrim squad, but it only shows 3, which kind of gives you an impression that you only get 3 Zephyrim. It can be quite confusing. The whole Warhammer 40,000, this whole hobby, there are confusing elements. Even more confusing is the rules in here, the data sheet. You only get the rules for the Seraphim and not the Zephyrim. If you want those rules, you need to get the codex, which I would expect you to do so anyway. So we're going to unbox this. It costs £32.50. which is, it is what it is. I mean, it definitely offers you way more options and posability, and the fact that you can make 2 different units out of it than, for instance, the Howling Banshee set or the Incubi, which are 2 other sets that cost the same price. So all that aside, let's unbox it, and it's going to be the same, if not very similar, unboxing to my Seraphim box set unboxing. Put that over there. You've got the transfer sheet here, which is the same as that one, and with most of the Sisters of Battle box sets. You've got the bases. This time we're only getting 5 bases, whereas before we had 6. I must have got lucky, hit the jackpot with those 6 bases, but there we go. And then you get 6 flying stands, all of different heights. What I mean by that is all 3 are different. So you've got 3 sets of twins there. So you'll have 1 left over, and you know, I suppose you could pick the shortest one or whatever. Anyway, they're the flying stands. Let's have a look at this instruction guide. This is where you can see that you can build 2 units. You've got the Seraphim at the top and the Zephyrim at the bottom. The main differences between Seraphim and Zephyrim is that the Seraphim have dual pistols, they're a fast attack choice. The Zephyrim have power swords and pistols, and they're an elite choice. I think they're elite choice, yeah. So the first half of the book gives you the instructions to build the Seraphims, all with the dual pistols. It's important to note that you get 2 sets of 2 Inferno pistols and Flamers and Bolt pistols. So you can't have 3 with Inferno pistols, which is, yeah, annoying, but there we go. That's the finished squad that they've built for the Seraphim. This is the Zephyrim Superior, which has this big old flag thing called a pennant. And it explains how to build the rest of them with bolt pistols and power swords and put them on the stands. Then it's got the rules, but as I said before, it's only got the rules for the Seraphim squad. Doesn't include the rules for the Zephyrim squad, so I can't help you out there. And it also mentions for the full rules of this unit, see the codex entry. So it's nice that they include some of the rules, but it would have been even better if they had another 5 pages. Yeah, the book gets bigger and bigger the more instructions and things. You'd have 10 pages of rules there because you have to include them in the different languages as well. So the book would be, you know, a fair bit thicker if they did that. Let's have a look at the sprues. Concentrate on the Zephyrim. By that I mean, in my other unboxing, it was interesting to note that the jetpacks themselves are completely different jetpacks. I initially expected them to be the same, but with these add-on spiky parts, but they're not. They're completely different in terms of the Zephyrim jetpacks have 10 individual thrusters and the Seraphim only have 8. So are they more powerful? Do they have more stability through the air? Are they quicker? Who knows? Well, Games Workshop probably know. But you've got all of the pistols here for the Seraphim, more there. Loads of different heads, the spiky heads for the Zephyrim, the power swords as well, bolt pistols, the cloaks, you name it. There's a lot of detail in this kit, and just on face value I do think it's worth the money. And this is more of the Zephyrim pieces. You've got plasma pistol, you've got these little icons here, and attachments that can go on the jetpacks. You've got the dove holding the parchment, flying about with the parchment. That one, Games Workshop have attached that one to the Zephyrim Superior. There's the pennant there. Lovely flag, fantastic. It gets me excited for Lumineth Realm Lords for some reason, because there's going to be a lot of flags and waving banners and things in that army, I'm sure. A stark contrast to my ever-chosen army, at least. So yeah, loads of detail, loads of options, loads of heads. I'll go through the choices I've made for both of these squads in the review and explain how easy, how difficult they were. Probably one of the hardest bits you're going to have is gluing them onto the stands themselves, and I'd only really advise you to do that after you've completely painted them. I wouldn't glue them on before you've done that, because, you know, it's just easier to get around the model before they've been put on that base, and also you don't want to paint the transparent stand by accident. So really impressed with this kit for the Zephyrim. It's great that they've got, I say, their own individual kit. Usually I will say if a unit deserves its own kit, but I'm happy with the Seraphim and the Zephyrim being in one kit this time. In my Mortifiers review, I actually said that the Mortifiers and Anchorites and Penitent Engines should have had their separate box sets, but in this box set I'm happy with both of them being in one. The question is though, because it contains 2 units, would they have been able to squeeze all 5 Seraphim or Zephyrim onto one sprue? Maybe they tried doing that, but can you imagine if they had successfully done that? They could have charged £20 or £25, but by doing so they would have been receiving less money, because instead of them only receiving £50, they can now receive £65. So there are benefits and drawbacks of having 2 units in one kit, but I definitely felt that the Mortifiers and Penitent Engines should have had their own separate kits. This kit, not so much. Anyway, what do you guys think of the Zephyrim? Stay tuned to the channel when I'll be reviewing them. They'll all be built and complete, and I'll be able to go through the full rules with them, of which weren't in this instruction guide today. Put your comments and thoughts down below. It'd be great to hear from you. Thank you ever so much for joining me today. Thank you for watching. The Emperor protects.